Shalom Aleichem. Peace be unto you, YouTube family and friends. Today is May 13th, 2023. 13 years ago, I committed my life to following Jesus Christ and shutting the door on alcoholism and other addictions. So you may be asking, who is the son of Issachar? If we go in our Bibles to 1 Chronicles 12:32, we actually read that they were mighty men of God who understood the times with knowledge of what Israel should do. And this translates into a prophetic anointing God has placed into my life. So you may be asking, how did I discover my anointing? During a season in my life, I worshiped with some church elders in Florence, Kentucky that heard the story about how God had set me free from alcoholism, and how I had also lived on the streets of Cincinnati for 6 months. They also heard the story about my father's suicide, which I witnessed 13 years ago today. The church elders told me that since through the trials that I've been through in my life and my faithfulness, that God had given me an Issachar anointing. So my first question was, what's an Issachar anointing? What do I do with it? And they smiled at me and they said, well, I guess you're just going to have to read 1 Chronicles to figure that out. And they just smiled. Great people. And it was kind of like, have you ever gotten a gift and, said thank you, but you didn't know how to use it? It's kind of like, that whippersnapper thing that your grandparents gave you that, maybe you'll use it someday when you get older or whatever. That's kind of what it felt like. It's like, I don't know what to do with this. So, I spent a lot of time in prayer over the next couple months just trying to figure out how to kind of unwrap this gift. And, I do hear from God about certain people in certain situations, but I don't really have any platform or means to get a message out other than, maybe through the limited scale of AA meetings or something like that. So back in March, I visited my friend John up in Toledo, and I hadn't seen John in over a year and a half. So I quietly told him about the word that was given to me about having an Issachar anointing, but I wasn't really sure how to use it. I kind of wanted to find out his take on it, and possibly if he could give me some words of wisdom as to how to move forward with something like that. And later that afternoon, I was sitting next to John in the service, and the church had an Assemblies of God prophet that came to speak. And this prophet told the congregation that he decided to start his ministry after he read 1 Chronicles 16:24. That verse was, "Declare his glory among the nations." So my friend John stood up and he said, "Dude, you've just been verified." And everyone kind of like looked at us, and it's that kind of church where people get up and give testimonies. And so I got up and got to give the testimony. I felt kind of awkward because I had this thing that was placed on me by God, and I didn't really know how to use it or how it was going to unfold. So I'm like, well, this is kind of what took place, and I'm just kind of waiting for everything to unfold, in God's timing and in God's will. So, I just continued over prayer, for the next month or so, and God finally had revealed the sonofissachar.com and how my YouTube channel was going to look. So what I'm going to be doing mostly is using the YouTube channel as kind of like a Son of Issachar light. There's actually a lot of YouTube algorithms that censor people. Sometimes people get shadow banned and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's about big tech trying to control people, and I'm just trying to stay out from under their radar. So what I'm going to use YouTube for is just basic information, basic 12 steps, how to get sober. And then over on sonofissachar.com, I'm going to really go deep into the woods with people, explain my own experience, strength, and hope, and try to help people recover from it. If it's alcohol, maybe it's pornography, maybe it's other drugs, overeating disorders, codependence. There's all different kinds of things people can get addicted to nowadays. So that is my plan, to hopefully speak wisdom into people's lives and help guide them in making better decisions than they've made in the past. So I look forward to all of you in this journey, and stay tuned here for more information on gaining freedom from your addictions. At sonofissachar.com, we are pro-Jesus, we are pro-Alcoholics Anonymous, and we are pro-Israel. May God bless all of you and keep you sober. Have a great evening.